بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وآله وأصحابه وأزواجه وذريته أجمعين. اللهم ربنا أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم أرنا حقائق لا شريك ما هي ربنا زدنا علما وعملا وإخلاصا يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصر جندك في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم فرج عن عبادك في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. وصلى وسلم على سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه وأزواجه وذريته أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Okay, space time. Space time. The theory of relativity uses a unified notion of space time. So, to start with, it is a theoretical concept. To replace the separate notions of space and time. Within its framework, space and time can be traded like mass and energy. That's a good analogy. Can be traded. As a result, it has become a manifold of 4 dimensions: length, width, height, that's space, and interval. A spacetime can be considered a 4-dimensional tenseless space. In contrast to our ordinary conception of space as something which endures through time. That's what tenseless means. That which doesn't endure through time, because it is joined at the hip with time, I guess. So tenseless, I guess in this context, means that if time is a coordinate, just x, just like x, y, and z, then in theory you can observe past, future, present, in the same way as you can observe here and there. So in that sense, there would be no concept of past and future. So no concept of past and future. So the tenses like was, were, and will be, there won't be. So I think in this context, tenseless means a space in which time is just a coordinate of space. So there is no separate time through which space or things within a space endure. So space and time can also be considered a 4-dimension, space-time can also be considered a 4-dimensional tenseless space, in contrast to our ordinary conception of space as something which endures through time. Many issues such as infinity, continuity, and their absolutes or relational nature are common to space and time, can be dealt with within a unified theory. On the other hand, it's not clear in what context space-time replaces space and time in other aspects of our thought. That's important. because space, Newtonian absolute space, as well as Einstein's space-time, are theoretical concepts. They are not empirical realities as such. Some philosophers argue that we could not have a spatio-temporal experience of the world in terms of space-time rather than in terms of space, and some philosophers argue that we could not have a spatio-temporal experience of the world in terms of could not. Others reply that our experience is in terms of space-time. Others reply that our experience is in terms of space-time or of any other that proves to be true. It's not clear. Some philosophers argue that we could not have a spatio-temporal experience of the world in terms of space-time rather than in terms of space and time. Others reply that our experience is in terms of space-time or any theory that proves to be true. I mean, theory doesn't prove to be true. Well, I mean, theory works or doesn't work. Truth and falsehood are the. I mean, obviously, these are controversial claims, but as far as I can see, truth and falsehoods are properties of claims. So claims can be, I mean, propositions, sentences can be true and falsehood because theory can be consistent, coherent, incoherent, inconsistent, but it can't be true or false in the specific sense in which a sentence can be true and false. Okay, so let's finish with this. I don't think this clarified much. So let's finish with this quote. We must not forget that space-time is I-space in a mathematical sense of the word. Okay, whatever it might be. Okay, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. صلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين.